there are so many agents that could be successful if they just had somebody that cared about their success and somebody who they could collaborate with.
Real estate's not stagnant. Like, you're not going to do something and it's going to work forever. Like, you're going to have to adapt, you're going to have to change, you're going to have to morph your style. And the only way to do that is to get plugged in with some kind of community.
As we're navigating a new market, as we're navigating the changes, the secret sauce will be the people who pursue accountability. All right, guys, it is 2025. Welcome back to the Agent Bridge podcast. And we're going to talk about in 2025 because we're dealing with such a different real estate market. We're dealing with such a shift in the marketplace and in real estate in general. We're seeing changes all across the board. And so I want to talk about something that we're doing for you guys that we're extremely excited about. And I can tell you just, for RL and I, when we wake up every morning, when we're doing our work during the day, we're constantly asking ourselves, first of all, number one, what's keeping agents asleep at night? Or what's keeping agents awake at night, rather?
Need more sleep.
Yeah, you need more sleep. What's keeping agents awake at night? And the other thing is like, hey, what can we do to help them navigate the real estate world? Because, it can be kind of treacherous sometimes. It's like, okay, well, and especially if you're just out there and you're receiving information from all of these different places, it's hard to know what to do. It's hard to know what steps to take. It's hard to know what's going to work and what's not going to work. And so we're doing something really unique for you guys. And that is we are putting together something called the Vault. Okay. And what the Vault is it's going to be basically the agent collaboration, the agent resources, everything you need to be successful as an agent with live masterminds for collaboration. And I want to go into why we did these things specifically. Let me get my computer back up here real quick. But why we did these things specifically, because this is what agents need. The first thing that they need is collaboration.
No question.
So many agents get out there and they go, oh, I'm by myself. I didn't realize how alone I would be out here trying to navigate this. And by the way, there's a kind of a deal in the real estate industry where agents don't want to help each other. Now, we don't think that it should be that way, but a lot of times agents are like, oh, I've got my way that things work and I don't want to tell anybody else because I don't want them to get my business. That's the opposite of what we're doing. We want to bring agents together to collaborate on the best practices and what's working and what innovation is happening and what you should be implementing and what you should be avoiding. And you can't do that in a vacuum. You have to do that through collaboration. And in the same way that RL and I seek out collaboration with other professionals in our life, because that's the way that's how you know what's going on in the industry. That's how you know what to do. That's how you know what to take action on. That's how you know what to avoid, is through sourcing collaboration. And so that's the first reason, is collaboration.
Yeah. I mean, no one agent can get all of the business.
No.
So, you've got to have an abundance mindset.
Well, the other thing is, to sort of remove a little bit, we're going to have agents from all across the country, right? We're going to have people in Oklahoma, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, everywhere agents coming in. So it's going to be a little more free form and, some different markets brought in. So yes, you may have some agents in your own particular market that are in there, but there's so much business out there. It's just learning about how to go source it.
That's right.
Okay. So again, collaboration, place for new ideas, things that are working, and you can sort of, source what's working for community, to have that support, encouragement. Those things are so important as well. And then also to have accountability. And this is one that is necessary, but most agents don't seek this, or maybe they're avoiding the accountability. But what I can tell you is, in the new world, right? As we're navigating a new market, as we're navigating the changes, the secret sauce will be the people who pursue accountability. It's the highest form of interaction in terms of getting you where you want to go. So we're going to have some accountability as well built into our mastermind. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to give you access to all of our classes that have been pre-recorded. And especially in, one of the things that we talk about a lot is instead of getting like a training here and a training there, which we're going to have trainings we're going to add every single month. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. But you need a path, right? Where things can build into a synergy to create success in your real estate business. So in our six-figure school, if you guys don't know about six-figure school, it is that path. And we're starting, and the thing that we do that's unique is we start, like if we were to parachute you into a new market and you knew no one, this is how you would be successful. And we build that out a week at a time to where at the end of the 8 weeks, you know exactly what you need to do to be successful. And you know how the things work together to create massive amounts of success. For instance, if you get a new listing, right? That's going to work with your social media, with your open house, and with your client email, right? To bring a lot more business to you through just getting that listing. But you've got to know how all of those things work together. So that's another exciting thing. Anything you want to say about six-figure school?
Well, I would just say that we have a very unique approach, and here's why. So a lot of coaches out there, it's hypothetical in nature, right? They're teaching you what they believe is the best way to achieve success, whatever it may be. Right. We're actually living it. Like we run a brokerage. You talked about what keeps agents up at night. We're worried about that because we don't want our agents to be kept up at night. We want to deliver something that's going to make our agents more productive. And so we're on the ground, boots on the ground doing this.
That's right.
And so that's how we come up with the content, even for our podcast. We really just go about our daily activity, and whatever happens that day, we're like, hey, that's probably something that other agents are asking, or that's probably something other agents would want to know. So I feel like that's somewhat of a unique approach to other coaches out there who aren't doing this on a daily basis. And that's how we're able to deliver something that we know will make you successful. Like if an agent comes in and they follow the steps of six-figure school, or, in what we're now calling the vault, or if they attend all these classes, they get the accountability, they collaborate with other agents in their market, they will be successful. Like we've watched it work on an agent who is brand new, just came to market as an agent, never done any real estate business, knows nothing about real estate. They follow the principles. They've got 3 or 4 under contract. And as long as they remain accountable to someone, they'll continue to do that. Now, if you, I think that's where, sometimes it could fall off, right? It's like if you get a couple under contract and then you go back and you isolate yourself and you don't remain accountable to everyone and you don't keep up with the activity, the business is going to stop.
Yep.
Like it's going to quit. And we've seen a lot of agents get to, and maybe even six-figure school, we should have like thought about that. Like we've seen a lot of agents get to $100,000 of income and they're like, I can stop now. Like I made it.
You can't stop.
And you can't, because guess what? 2 months from now, you'll have zero income.
Yeah. One of the other things that I think is a unique for us is that we're willing to be wrong. Okay. So we do have, a methodology in which we, teach, right? We have a philosophy from which we teach from. But the other thing is, if something's new and it works, we're willing to do it. Right. And so there won't be this, like, we won't hide anything from you in terms of what's going to make you successful as an agent. If there's something new, first of all, there's a high likelihood that we have tried it. But secondly, we're going to be bringing you the stuff that's working when it's working. But we're not going to be like, oh, don't listen to them. Just focus on this. It's like we're willing to be wrong and try new things to bring you success. So that's the other thing, is we're not about our way or their highway. We're about what works best for agents. And if you're going to be that way, you have to have input and collaboration so that you can basically crowdsource what's working or not. So it's not just anecdotal.
Yeah. I mean, we're collaborating with the top coaches in the industry all the time.
That's right.
And they're coming up with ideas that we hadn't thought of, or we're trying things that they're trying and finding success. And sometimes they're taking those ideas from us as well. I mean, you have to do it that way because, look, I mean, real estate's not stagnant. Like, you're not going to do something and it's going to work forever. Like, you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to morph your style because real estate's changing. So you have to adapt to the times. And if you want to be successful, you're always going to have to stay up on that. And the only way to do that is to get plugged in with some kind of community. Mm-hmm. It might be the current brokerage you're at, might be the vault at the Agent Bridge. It might be another coach, but you have to be plugged in somewhere or you'll fall behind.
That's absolutely right. So basically the pillars of the vault, first of all, are going to be the mastermind, right? That's where we will get our live interaction, and either RL or I or both of us will be in every single one of those masterminds. The second thing is the access to the linear path of success for a real estate agent. So you've got your fundamentals, right, established, and then we can use a portion of your time or a portion of your energy to try new innovative techniques, but we still understand the fundamentals. The third thing will be additional trainings that are going to be added throughout the course of the year on a monthly basis. So we're going to be adding, so as we bring in guest speakers or guest trainers, we're going to be adding that. So there's always going to be new stuff added to the vault as we go through the course of the year. So basically, again, it's going to be the mastermind, right? That live interaction, then the sort of linear path, the fundamentals of success in real estate. We're going to throw in extra trainings as they are available to you. So all of this together is going to create a successful environment for you to thrive in, for you to grow and thrive in. And here's the best thing about it, because usually we charge a lot of money for this course. It's a $4,000 course. We're making it available to agents for $99 a month. And and here's what we saw after finishing 2024, there are so many agents that could be successful if they just had somebody that cared about their success and somebody who they could collaborate with. And it just is kind of elusive. And a lot of these coaching programs are so expensive, it's just hard to swing that, especially when you're not making money. So we just wanted to make it accessible to everybody. So $99 a month, it's a phenomenal deal for what you're getting.
Yeah, I mean
it's unbelievable.
I mean, we feel like it is, obviously.
Yeah, but really, that's because we really want you guys to be successful. We really want the sort of chaff to be cleared and for you to see the path to success. And so I'm incredibly excited about this. I know you're excited about it. Yeah, we'll leave a link so that you can set up just a complimentary coaching call with either me or RL to talk about what's going on in your business and to talk about, hey, how to get into the mastermind, because I think it's an essential for success, especially as we go into new territory.
Yeah, I mean, we put thousands of hours into Six Figure School, which is why it had to be, a $39.95 product. Yeah. But in reality, there was just a lot of agents that obviously, for obvious reasons, couldn't drop, $39.95 on a class in a single sitting. But what we found is the people that did wanted to go back through so bad that they were willing to pay for it again. Yeah. But, we didn't charge them. We let them go back through just for the accountability.
That's right.
Because they just wanted someone to keep them accountable for another 8 weeks.
That's right.
And so that's where really, that's the genesis of this product, right? He's like, all right, people really want the accountability. They are seeing the value because they paid the money and they were willing to pay again. We didn't make them. Mm-hmm. So let's create a product that's monthly in nature that allows them to have that accountability moving forward, but is not so cost prohibitive, because we had a lot of agents that wanted to go through and just simply couldn't. And, we would reduce pricing for those agents and things like that to get them through. But, I think this product's a lot more approachable.
Yeah, I agree. And we're excited to release it. So be looking for that. We're going to have a link. Again, the sort of through line for this is that you would set up a complimentary coaching call with one of us. We're going to talk with you about, by the way, even if you don't buy the product, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to just, get some objective look at your business. But at the end of that, we're going to talk about the path, right? And what that looks like. And really, this is a super affordable product. It's going to pay you back. I mean, if I teach you how to sell a third of a house, you're going to make your money back on this on an annual basis. But what I can tell you is if you get in and you do this, it's going to completely change your business and change your life. So
probably more like an eighth of a house.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
But anyway.
Okay. Anything else as we wrap up?
No, I think that's it.
All right, guys. Well, again, in the show notes, go ahead and click set up your complimentary coaching call. We're excited to bring this to you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Bye.